Hey guys, today's video is on this really easy and soft makeup look right here, which is like a everyday fall makeup look. I think it's extremely easy and simple that if you don't know what to put on, then this will be the perfect look for you. It's a really soft and fall appropriate look, so I personally like it a lot. And it's easy enough to be an everyday makeup look. So if you want to know how I create this look, then just carry on watching. So the first thing I'm gonna do is to conceal my dark circles. I'll be using the Milani Retouch+Erase Light Lifting Concealer today to conceal my pretty dark circles. Then blend it out with a sponge. Because of the season change, I have quite a bit of allergies and spots on my face, so I'll be concealing those with my Wet n Wild concealer. This is the Wet n Wild Photofocus concealer in the shade Light Ivory. Then blend it out with a sponge again. The reason why I decided to film this makeup look is because of this blush right here. It's from the Japanese drugstore brand called Canmake. They recently came out with a fall winter edition color. This is their cream cheek in the shade 16, a darker muted kind of red bean kind of color. So I really like this color. This is the blush that inspired me for today's makeup. So I'm going to apply the cream blush first. Just place it at the top of your cheekbones, like so. And then I'm gonna blend it out with the sponge. And then I'm just gonna build this color until I'm satisfied with the pigmentation. I think this is a really pretty fall color. I do have it does remind me of a blush that I own, a powder blush, which is the MAC blush in Burnt Pepper. I might layer that a little bit on top of, like, to finish off the look. We'll see. So I'll apply a little more. You can blend it out with a finger, but I think it blends better with a sponge. That's the blush done. Today I want the highlighter to be a little bit more muted. I want to have that creamy finish to my cheeks. So I'll place the highlighter underneath my powder. I'll be using the Colourpop on the Cusp highlighter on the top of my cheeks. Just a little bit. To add the very natural type of glow to your cheeks, like so. For the nose, I do like to keep it a little bit more shiny, so I'll do it after the powder. So for setting my face, I'll be using a really natural powder today, which is the NYX No Filter Finishing Powder, because my face is really dry. I don't want to use a powder that is too intense. Place it down the center. Just have a really light dust over your face. Set down the cream. So as you can see, the glow is still on my cheeks, but it's not too intense because we do it underneath a powder. So after that, I will be doing my brows. For the brows today, we want to keep it a little bit more natural, not too bold. We want to have that soft, like fluffy kind of look. So I'll first use the Uemura brow pencil to outline the end of my brows. I usually like to use a pencil first and then the powder. Just draw it according to your natural brow shape. Like keep it more on the natural side because we want to use the powder more than the pencil today. And then I'll be using the brow powder. Today I'll be using the eyeshadow palette that I'm going to use. First I'm gonna take, let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna directly take the dark pink color that we're going to use later. And instead of an angle brush, use a slightly fluffier kind of brush, like so. So it's a small shader brush. I'm going to take that color and then to fill in the front part of the brow. Like so. After filling it in with the color, I'm going to use a spoolie to blend out the powder a little bit. You can leave it at that, but I'm usually more used to setting it with a little bit of a brow gel. So I'll be using the Colourpop Brow Boss Gel. This is the original one, which is the white clear one. They recently came out with the color one, but I think this brow gel is really good at doing the more fluffy brows kind of look. The only thing about this kind of like a white brow gel is that inside gets super dirty after a while. Okay, so that's the brows done, and then I'll be contouring. My nose with the Sephora bronzing face powder in the shade Lost Cabos. This bronzing powder, it's so big that I still haven't. I bought it. I have used it for so long. I still haven't hit pan on this. This thing is so big. Oh, sun is shining so bright. Facing a really big window. Super hot. And I'm wearing a thick cardigan. But anyways, now we can move on to the eyes. Okay, so it's time for the eyes. First, I'm gonna use the dark pink color that we used earlier with a fluffier brush like so. And then I'll be placing this color all over my lid and to my crease. This is an extremely simple look. Make sure the two sides is even. After the upper lid, I'll be bringing this color down to my lower lash line. Don't worry that it looks a little messy because we'll be blending out the color a little bit more later. And then with a fluffy crease brush like so, I'll be taking the second color in the palette. And then I'll be blending this color into the crease because using only pink eyeshadow will make your eyes look a little bit more bloated. So to add some more definition to your eyes, you will want to take a neutral brown color to define your eyes a little bit more. It's a really easy everyday fall kind of makeup look because the eye makeup is extremely simple. Okay, after blending this color in and taking the pink color again to intensify a little bit of the pinkish tone, because the brown just now will take away a little bit of the pigmentation. So at the center, place that color again to intensify a little bit. So, and then with a smaller shader brush like these, we'll use the pink color again to place it more precise at the lower lash line to intensify the pink. Okay, and then after that, I'll be using the pencil brush. Taking the lightest color in the palette is a creamy white color. It's like a bone color. And then I'll place it at the inner corners. This will actually make the makeup look a little bit more clean. It's not gonna do much, but it will make it look a little bit cleaner. I'll be adding the highlighter on top of this, so this step is just to set the base. And then for the inner corners, I'm gonna add a little bit more of the highlighter that we used on our cheeks. Just a tiny little bit. We don't want it to be too shiny, but we just want to add a little bit of dimension. So just a very little bit. Just very little bit like so. And then you can skip liner if you feel okay with your eyes, but I think I need a little bit definition. So I'll be using the Loveliner pencil in the shade Ash Brown to line my eyes a little. The liner is just gonna help you to define your eyes a little. Don't wing it out because we want to keep the eyes like a little bit softer. Once you wing it out, even with a pencil liner, it's gonna make your eyes a lot more defined. I'm going to do my mascara because I'm not using the glowy setting spray today. For this look, I suggest you not to curl your eyelashes too much because I feel like it goes better with the vibe of the look. So I'll be applying a eyelash base. Then with my heated curler, I'm gonna like make the curl look a little bit more pretty. Okay, and then for my mascara, I'll be using the Heroine Make Long and Curl Mascara in the shade 2, which is the brown color. then for lower lashes, I'll be using the same mascara, just a very little bit. Just very little bit. And then with the heater curler, I'm going to heat it one last time. Just curl a little bit more. You don't need it to be super curled, but it will make it creates a more natural curl. So just like so. Then the eyes are done. Super easy and simple. Now we'll move back on to the face. So now we'll move back on to the face. I'll be contouring my face a little bit with the same bronzing powder from Sephora. And then I'll be applying a little bit of highlighter down the bridge of my nose with the same highlighter that we used. Very so slightly, a little bit. Tip of my nose. That's it. We don't want it to be too intense. And then you can keep it at that if you feel like the blush is enough. For me, I personally like heavier blush. I already think this color is really pretty, but I want to add a little bit more. So I'll be using a very similar color, which is the Burnt Pepper blush from MAC. I'll be layering it a little bit on top with a really fluffy brush. Just very so slightly, a little bit, to add a very tiny little bit more color. And also, layering a powder blush on top of the cream blush, your blush will last longer throughout the day. Just like so, very little bit. But be careful with the MAC blush. The Burnt Pepper shade is a little bit harder to blend, so don't apply too much at once. Blush is done, and then the last step would be the lips. For the lips today, I'll be using the 3CE Velvet Lip Tint in the shade Going Right. I think this color matches the look really well. I think it matches the cheeks really well, but it is a little bit on the peachier side. So I'll be layering the cream blush that we used, just very little bit. I'll dab it at the center of the lips. So this is the finished look. It's a really easy everyday fall makeup look for y'all. It is a really pretty like black tea / red bean kind of color. Yeah, that's the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. All the products that I used and all my social media will be linked down below in the description box so you guys can check it out. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!